the thing is, I'm seeing someone now. That's the nice thing. The best bit of this is that I've met someone. It's been a while. I don't want to say how long, not exactly, but long enough as to make this special, very special, quite special, really, quite. He's one of the men from my French class. I've been taking lessons over the past year, and he's there at the college with me Monday nights. Anyway, that's how we met. It happened like that. We were seated next to each other, and we met. He's very handsome. Not some unrealistic sort of handsome, not a movie star handsome or that kind of thing. Not like that, but quite good looking. Certainly not average at all. With his silver hair and a very rugged look. And when I say I'm seeing him, I suppose that's a stretch of my own, whatever that would be, a wish or a hope. My imagination, I guess. But not completely. These thoughts are not completely without merit. No, they are not. Reason being, he recently asked me to accompany him on a trip. A kind of weekend getaway upstate that I don't think it's any secret to say this, I'm actually contemplating quite seriously. Why shouldn't I? I mean, just because I happen to be a little older and wiser as well, I'm definitely that. I don't see how come I can't run off and do something a bit impetuous as well, a bit daring in that way that younger people do. I don't see it as dangerous as my son would. I just don't. If it's anything, then it's carefree. That's the term for it. Carefree. I'm making a choice for me. Something I want and probably need as well. I need some kind of adventure in my life, and I feel like this is it. That this may be the thing that's calling out for me to do, and I won't be sorry. I won't be. I'm sure of it. I just am. When I was younger, it must have been, how long ago now? Probably in my 30s or so. I could have been 40 even. If I was, then I had just turned. Right around my 40th birthday, I met a man. A wonderful man. He was so lovely and sweet to me. But I was married at the time, still attached, as they say sometimes. I was attached. And I was not available for that kind of thing, for romance. He did kiss me. One time. Just the once. At a party in the city. We were living up near White Plains when all this happened. Had told ourselves that we needed to be out of New York to raise the kids. Oh, we had 2 children together, my husband and I. My son and a beautiful daughter, Gabby. And I'm not sure, was it New Year's? Might have been something we were downtown for. Could have been an office party or whatnot, but obviously, yes, I'd been drinking and it was late. It was some moment like that, an event where things get the better of you, and so it happens. A kiss. One single little kiss that I have never forgotten to this day. And I won't do that. Try and know if the same thing ever happened to my husband, if he knew or ever had a time where he was put in the same situation. I don't care. I honestly do not. Whatever went on between us, not this man and me, not that. But with my husband and myself, that's what I'm saying. And there were some awful times later in our lives where we fought over everything. I mean, every little scrap of paper in every shoebox that we ever tucked into the attic. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a kiss. a tiny moment of tenderness that slipped under the radar, everybody else's radar at least, and landed at my feet. Oh, well, my mouth, I suppose, to be more right, more truthful about it. On my very own lips. On the ride back home that night, usually I would have worried that my husband had had too many drinks and that we were going to have an accident or be pulled over on the Sawmill Parkway. Practical matters that a wife can catch herself up in if she so chooses, but not this time. I watched the lights of the cars that were coming at us in the darkness. These tiny streaks of bright. And it was perfect. If I died right then, that very moment, I think that I would have been content, fulfilled. Some part of me would have been terrified, no doubt. Some realistic portion of me worried about the children and the bills and such practical matters as those. But as a person, a woman, I would have died completely full, filled up with love. And I never even knew his name. That man. Never. Not even to this day. I never tracked him down, asked around, did what I could to find this man. I mean, for what? To kiss him again? To touch him? Or things like that? To leave my family because of my feelings for a person I didn't even know the name of? People didn't do that. Not when I was young. Well, maybe they did. I don't know. Or in stories. But that's not what I did. I didn't do that. No. I kissed that man and I went back to my life. And I never told anyone about it before now. Just so you know. That's what I did. That's what you do when you have children and a life and responsibilities. And now so many years have passed, my husband is gone. Not just gone as in divorced, but passed away. Several years ago now. A car accident on the Sawmill Parkway. And I'm taking classes and living my life and doing my best to stay connected to my children, and not just to them, but their children as well. And I'm about to go away with a man I hardly know. I've had a handful of cups of coffee with. The friends I've asked, told this to, are mixed in how they feel about my decision. Some are excited, some frown and ask questions. Others take it upon themselves to go online and check up on this man. So far, he seems to stand up to the deepest scrutiny. Even a criminal check that someone, whom I won't mention here, did as a favor to me. He has a clean bill of health, much to the chagrin of my many friends and neighbors, and I plan to go away with him next weekend. He's picked a beautiful little bed and breakfast near the Vermont border, and I'm very excited about the whole thing. I really am. The only thing, and I probably shouldn't even mention it, but I know that it won't be like it was before, in the past. That other man from the past. I know that however wonderful our drive up will be, and however many delicious meals we have at their Michelin-rated restaurant there, and no matter if we fall in love or find a kind of happiness that can come late in one's life, some kind of warmth and friendship and security. I'll never feel what I felt that night in Manhattan, in the arms of a man that I didn't know, who kissed me like that moment between us was actually the end of the world. Although now that I think about it, maybe it was. Maybe it honestly was. For me, at least.